And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a small card game called Tessen. This is a two-player speed card game, and it takes place in Japan. You're playing cards at the same time. It says 10 to 15 minutes on the back. I think that's very valid. Let's show you how it plays. In this game, each player is going to take a deck of cards that correspond to their clan, the Nambu clan or the Akita clan. Now, these decks are essentially the same thing, and they have the same cards in them, although they have different artwork as to the warriors. In these decks, you have 8 different animals, and each animal you have 4 cards for those animals. You also have several warrior cards in your deck, so here's one of my warriors, and then you have one super warrior. All right, and so that's what's in your deck. Now, as the game begins, you put the decks there and you say go, and you start drawing cards, and you're going to draw cards, and you can have up to 5 cards in your hand at any given point. So if once you have 5 cards, you can't do anything until you play cards. Now, what you'll likely do is you're going to play animal cards in front of you. You have 5 virtual spots to hold animals in front of you. These spots can hold animals of the same type. And so as I play those, I'll probably be drawing more, trying to put those down in front of me. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get 3 of the same animal, and when you do that, you say save, take those, and put them aside in a scoring pile that you will look at the end of the game. Now, you may not want to place animals in front of you, or you have no room to place animals in front of you. You can take an animal from your hand and place it in a discard pile. You are allowed to draw animals from your opponent's discard pile when drawing rather than drawing straight from your deck. So you have to keep an eye on that. More importantly, though, are these warrior cards. Warrior cards can be placed on to attack someone else's animal. So let's say my opponent, this is me. So let's say my opponent attacks me with their warrior card. Now, I can say, all right, whatever. If I do, their warrior card automatically wins, and they get this card. I give it to them. I can't do anything other actions until I resolve this, and then they can put that in front of themselves. Or I can say, defend, put one of my cards. Both these warrior cards are discarded and put into the middle of the table. Now, if their warrior card does succeed, now that's one of my 5 spots being taken up by a warrior card. Later on, if I want to, I can say clear, throw one of my warriors on it, and both these people are sent to the middle, and I have cleared that spot up. The reason that the super warrior exists is because when the super warrior attacks, only a super warrior can defend against him. Although a super warrior can be used to block regular attackers, and once they're in your spot, they can be cleared by anybody. As soon as one person draws the last card of their pile, they will say the word Tessen. The game ends immediately, and whoever has more cards in their animal pile is the winner of the game. So you'll be grabbing piles of 3 or 4 of these animals, throwing them in there, so whoever has more animals wins. There is also 2 card expansions that are included in the game. One is this cool looking, I like the artwork on this card, dragon card. You place this on the board, and as the game is being played, you can throw warriors there, and they just have to stay there till the end of the game. And whoever sent fewer warriors, and the super warrior counts as 2, whoever sent fewer warriors has to lose 5 cards from their animal pile. You can also play with this mighty animal, who looks like he's escaped from Final Fantasy VII. And here, you're allowed to play an animal card on that one, and when the game's over, the top animal card on that makes all those animal cards in people's score piles worth 2. If you're going to play the game, I recommend that you add both of these in. Now, at the end of a round, whoever won has to remove 1 warrior card from their deck, and you play another round. And the winner will be the best out of 3 rounds or best out of 5, whatever you decide how long the game should be played. Now, this game comes with I like that it comes with these animal cards that tells you about the different animals, about the leopard cat, the Japanese black bear, etc. And that's a nice addition to the game. Tessen is a game that I don't like, but I suspect some people will like it. In fact, I know some people will like it. So, let me be clear on my reasons. I'm not saying I don't like it because it's a bad game. I don't like Tessen because I don't think the slower player has a chance. And in this game, the faster player is going to win. Now, I don't mind speed games. I like games where you're trying to do things as fast as you can. But this game can be frustrating for some people. And I got a little frustrated in this game, and I don't usually get frustrated by this. And if I got a little frustrated, I could see some people getting really frustrated. Because what you're doing is you're drawing cards, and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this and this. And your opponent's like, attack, attack, attack. And you're like, oh, okay, I got to defend against his attacks. And it can really throw you off your game when your opponent is really fast. I played one guy in this game, and he just demolished me. Sure, after each round, he has to lose a warrior from his deck, and you know what? After 3 rounds, he still kicked my butt because he was so much faster than me. He was like, and I was sitting there going, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and I'm trying to be as fast as I can, and I just got demolished. And that's not, so I want to be clear, this isn't like, oh, I lost, so I don't like the game. If I did that, I wouldn't like any of these games behind me. But it's because I felt like there was nothing I could do except get faster, Vasel. All right, well, I'll try. I'll try to be faster. But there's really, I felt like the faster person is always going to win. Now, when you play those 2 extra cards, it helps a little bit, but still, that faster guy is going to annihilate someone. I know I can annihilate people who are going to be, people like, oh, what should I do? And I'll be like, and the speed thing maybe wouldn't matter so much, except you're constantly throwing these attack cards at each other. Like, boom! What you gonna do? You just stole my cards, and now I don't know what to do. And the defending person has to be the one to respond to that. So the attacking person throws that card out, they block, and I don't know. It's not my style. I can see some people really liking this. There's these games where you're just throwing cards at each other and attacking. There are several of them on the market, and this is one. And this one has some very clear icons on it. It has great artwork. It looks good, and I know people are going to like it. So my recommendation on this is if you're like me and that speed another person throwing your hands and you can't be the faster person, that can be frustrating. I mean, like I said, I got a little frustrated. I could see some people, just throwing the cards because it can get really annoying. If that bothers you, then don't get it. But if you like that speed, and if you have somebody around you who is a fairly comparable speed to you, because a person who's faster is going to beat you all the time, a person who's slower, you're going to beat them all the time. I don't think taking one warrior out of the deck changed that much of a deal, or even taking 2 or 3. It just didn't change the game that much. And so how much you love that speed against the other person, attacking the other person as fast as you can, how much you like that will depend on whether you like the game or not. So some people I would recommend this for. Others, like me, we should look for something else.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!